They say a house remembers what it was forced to witness, that wood, stone, and silence carry the impressions of pain far longer than the people who caused it. And if you listen long enough, sometimes in the creaking of the floorboards, in the hush between midnight and the next breath, you hear her. She doesn't scream, she doesn't cry, she just waits. It was never supposed to be like this. The home on the hill had been built for joy. A small ivy-draped house with a wraparound porch, wine chimes singing in the breeze, and a kitchen that always smelled like cinnamon and promise. People called it charming, even picturesque, the kind of house you'd find in an old painting, tucked into the folds of some better, gentler era. But underneath its whitewashed bones, the truth was rotting, and no one saw it coming, not even her. Her name was Elise. She was 29 when she died. Soft-spoken, a laugh like wind brushing through autumn leaves. She married young, married for love. And maybe that was her first mistake, because love, real love, it's not loud. It doesn't warn you. It doesn't announce the danger when it turns to something else, something cold. Her husband Marcus had once written poems for her, left them in draw. They said Elise fell down the stairs, that she must have slipped in the night, maybe got up too fast in the dark. A tragic accident, they called it. Open and shut. No need for questions. But I live next door, and I hear that night, the night the lights in that little house flickered and died. I couldn't sleep. A storm had settled in, rumbling like a buried warning. And through the rain, I heard the sound. Not the thud of a body. No, something more human, more final. A sob, sharp and desperate, cut short like it had been strangled mid-air. I got up, looked out the window. The porch light was off, the front door slightly ajar, swaying like someone had just left in a hurry. By the time the police arrived, Marcus was calm. Too calm. He told them Elise had been restless, that maybe she was sick, that she'd been dizzy lately. But Elise wasn't sick. She was afraid. I remember the bruises, the way she'd smile with her mouth, but not her eyes, the way her voice had shrunk to a whisper over the last, but no, though Marcus, he left, and the house, it didn't stay empty. People some stew. I went back inside that house once, just once. Curiosity, or guilt, pulled me there. The place had been gutted by then, abandoned, quiet, but it felt all I walked a voice. Her voice, it wasn't an echo, it was a con, but she was still there, N and S. There was sadness, yes, and pain, but more than anything, there was H, that she was push, that ghosts don't haunt because they're evil. They haunt because they were wronged. And sometimes because they still believe justice might find them, even if the world refused to look. I left that house with tears in my eyes and fire in my chest, because I knew. And for too long, I stayed quiet, just like the rest of the town, just like the world does when cruelty wears a smile and calls itself love. But Elise, I'm telling your story now. I'm saying your name. I'm breathing your truth into the cold places where silence used to live. You did not trip. You did not fall. You were murdered. And now the house isn't haunted by a ghost. It's haunted by truth. And the world will feel it until it listens. Some people ask why she still stays. It's because justice hasn't knocked yet, but the door's still open, and she's still waiting.